All right, YouTube. So FedEx just left the house, brought me a nice little package, and this is the pre-order for the Z Fold 4. And I was pretty close to canceling my pre-order, especially after the Xiaomi Mi Mix Fold 2 was announced. But I'm kind of glad I didn't cancel the pre-order altogether. So I really want to give Samsung a shot here because I did enjoy using the Z Fold 3. It had some setbacks, but that's with any phone. But I have come to learn a few more details about, let me just get that out, about the Xiaomi Mi Mix Fold 2 that give me cause to pause. So I did not order that one just yet. And I'm watching some of the reviews come out for it. I tried not to watch many reviews for this Z Fold 4 because I really want to experience it for myself to see if Samsung has done anything better for this year. So nice little package deal here. So I chose to get the super fast 25 watt, that's laughable, 25 watt super fast charger when you got companies that have like 120 watt chargers now. But hey, it is what it is, 25 watt super fast charging. Also got the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro. And this was a little strange because I didn't really need a new watch, but I did want to make sure I got the S Pen, and they were giving away a case with the S Pen. So I guess they weren't selling it separate when I was trying to do my pre-order. So I guess it worked out where I got the S Pen, but I also chose to get an additional case here, which I'm assuming these cases are going to be almost the same, but I'll take a look at that later. But the star of the show, here we go. Z Fold 4. Still disappointed with the presentation because all we get is a phone and the cable. There's really not much else to it anymore. But I will say at least Samsung did give you the free upgrade, apparently. Upgrade your storage. So this is the 512 gigs for storage model. But if you guys recall, a couple years ago, the original Fold had 512 already out the box, which, I mean, for a device like this, anything 1500 or more should automatically give you at least 512 gigs. But it is what it is. So let's see what else we get, which isn't much. There is the cable, which will go with the super fast charger. And not much else in here. Let me see. And we got our SIM ejection tool and a little booklet. All right. And then we get the phone itself. So one advantage of getting a Samsung over a lot of the import phones, and if you guys follow the channel, which you should, and I encourage you to do so, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. An advantage of getting Samsung over some of these imports is that you're going to get a lot of software updates that are promised. And what will end up happening is if something goes wrong with this phone, you have Samsung to go back to directly, right? So on an imported phone, you're not guaranteed the updates. If you have issues with the phone, you probably have to go back through whoever you imported it through. So that can be a hassle within itself. So right now, Samsung is kind of winning on that front. You're also going to get take advantage of accessories that are offered because this phone is offered, worldwide. So there are some advantages with going with Samsung over the imports, but Samsung supposedly improved the outer display, which is still kind of laughable because it's still pretty thin and narrow. And let's just take this off. I like to take these off nice and neat. Let's see here. There's usually a little tab that you can, oh, there it is, I guess. So supposedly they made the outer display a tad wider, made the phone a tad bit shorter, but the crease still there. It's not too bad. I mean, I don't think they really improved the crease from the Z Fold 3, but apparently the phone is a little bit thinner and lighter. They minimized the hinge. So the hinge, I can tell they definitely shaved off a little weight from the hinge there. So that's a welcome sight. So the feel in the hand, not too bad. But again, most people would prefer a wider outside display, so that way you're not always forced to open this thing up to really enjoy it. But another advantage for Samsung over a lot of the other foldables is that it is at least water resistant. Still no dust resistance just yet. But at least they have that going for themselves. And I guess that's why this form factor has stayed in place for so many years now, because they developed that water resistance. And that's something you don't get on that Xiaomi Mi Mix Fold 2. Wireless charging here, and you don't get that on the Mi Mix Fold 2. So Samsung winning in a lot of different categories, so I have to give them credit for that. So we still have the same fingerprint placement on the right side. We have that volume rocker right above it. We've got our SIM card slot there. And let's see here on the top, we've got our speaker and the microphones. On some of the other foldables like the Xiaomi, you do get the IR blaster, which Samsung used to offer, but they no longer include it. We don't know why. And we got a speaker at the bottom and our USB-C charging port and another mic. And obviously our new and improved hinge. Another advantage that I also came across is that with the Samsung phone, you do get the flex mode, and you do not get flex mode on that Xiaomi Mi Mix Fold 2. Meaning I can sit this thing up, and even though it's a pretty narrow display that you'd be utilizing, it's still a possibility to maneuver this thing into different positions. And the Mi Mix Fold will just kind of pop open. So it doesn't have this flexible hinge. So a few downsides to that phone, and that's why I'm pretty glad I picked this device up. But I am definitely going to get this thing all charged up, get all my information input into the device, and I'll give you guys some overall impressions. Stay tuned.